All right, here we are, big guy. We're here and we're back. Episode 2, bringing it down right to you. And I'm going to go ahead and start this off with our sponsor of the video, Bloomworks Floral. We got some nice yellow roses here. And let me tell you something. These young ladies gave out 10,000 free roses this morning.
I didn't even know that.
For Good Neighbor Day. 10,000 roses. Ran out before 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you were lucky enough to get down there and get
Shout
you.
out to Bloomworks.
If you were lucky enough to get down there and get you a free rose. When you talk about a ball club that's team first, unselfish, just a group that gets it.
Yeah,
right?
no.
10,000 free roses.
That's
you heard
a
that correct.
well-oiled machine ball club they got over there at Bloomworks.
10,000 roses for free of charge. And, yeah, proud of you, Mom. Good work. It's been a long day for the two of us.
It was, to say the least.
To say the least, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
But we're fired up and we're here, ready to do some Hawk Talk. How long were you at work today, Dev?
I was from 8 o'clock this morning till about 7 o'clock. I left those doors. Busy day at the office, but
A record-setting day, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't think it was a record-setting, but boy, it was busy. But I'm ready to rock and roll here on Hawk Talk. Let's get it going.
All right. Yeah, I was also in class from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. The same classroom. I was starting to lose it a little bit. I was tired of it. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get right on into it, baby. Hawk Talk episode 2. For those of you wearing headphones or with your volume maxed out right now, turn it down. You got 5 seconds. Turn it down.
What up, Hawk fans? Hawks get the W. How about it? How about the Hawkeyes?
Round of applause for the Hawkeyes getting a win.
You know, can't go wrong with 1-0.
You can't. No, you can't. You can't go wrong with 1-0. It wasn't necessarily pretty 100% of the time. A lot of good moments, a couple bad moments, but first game with new ball club, a lot of new players.
I didn't think we did too bad. I think first 2 drives were obviously unbelievable, but yeah, we'll get into this little post-game talk, but yeah.
We got a lot to digest today. A lot. We got a lot to digest. I think it's going to be a doozy. All right. Well, first things first, I want to go ahead and take a second to shout out the audience from last week. From episode 1, the audience.
No kidding. Thank you, guys. Shout out to you guys. Give yourselves a round of applause. Get yourselves a pat on the back. Well done. Well done.
I just checked not too long ago. We surpassed 400 views.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
That is
Can you believe it?
unbelievable. Thank you, guys. We thought this thing was going to get like 12 views at most.
I didn't think we were breaking 20. I think I told you that beforehand, but I don't think we were breaking 20. No way.
So, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Shout out to you guys. And be sure, get your hip towels.
Yeah.
Stay
Make sure you
strapped
get
in.
your hip towels in, strap up the helmets, and let's go to war. One person I do want to mention from the audience, though, my grandfather, Gerald. We got some work to do, pal. We got some work to do. I noticed that you left a comment under our video, and as it turns out, your name is, in fact, not Jerry Rith with an I. Your name is Jerry Roth with an O. Let's get that fixed. Let's get that fixed early, and let's get it done. And if you need help, call me. You got my number. All right.
Here we go. Episode 2.
Here we go.
Let's get it rolling, baby.
Enough of the BS. Let's do it. Let's get into it. We were lucky enough to head up there to Iowa City and experience the magic. We really didn't have a great plan going into the weekend. We're trying to figure it out.
We just went in there, balls to the wall. Whatever happened. But
we were planning on potentially meeting up with my cousin or going to a frat tailgate. We decided not to go to the frat tailgate, so we didn't steal all their booze.
I ain't paying $10 to hang out with people I don't know. That's for sure.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Turns out, though, we were about as far away as possible from my cousin as we could be. I believe. I also lost reception, so even if he sent me his location, we weren't going to be able to find it. Yeah. With that being said, we had quite possibly the worst tailgate ever.
When I tell you it was an absolute snooze fest, it was just absolute shit show. It was bad.
Before we get into it, I want to mention some elements of a good tailgate. Typically, professional people, when it comes to this type of stuff, some people have tents. A lot of people drive a truck, so they have more space to bring stuff. Some people like to bring a grill so that they can make their own food. Also, another big component: chairs, a place to sit. A place to sit is a big deal, and you don't realize it until you don't have it. And when I tell you, the only thing that we had was a cooler
and a trunk.
And a trunk.
And a dream. That was it.
A cooler, a trunk, and a dream, and that's all we had.
It was, yeah. When I tell you, my bunghole started to hurt after sitting on the edge of my trunk. Ugh, it was just horrible. We had no chairs. That was bad. That was horrible preparation on our part.
We like to talk some shit when we drive past the bikers and say, yeah, I bet that seat's real comfortable, pal. But I tell you what, I'd rather been sitting on a damn bike seat than in that trunk for the whole tailgate. If it weren't for the young man next to us, as well as I believe his wife and her friend Debbie and Teresa. I don't remember his name.
Shout out to Debbie and Teresa. They made our tailgate a lot better, I'd say.
It was not going well.
No,
but bad. We struck up a conversation with the man next to us, and it all turned out all right. Also, we landed a couple really nice shirts in our spot while we were there. Why don't you go ahead and get up and show them what you got?
Here we are, people.
Show them what you got.
You haven't seen this guy walking around Iowa City. He's walking around with these T-shirts. He goes, let him fucking know. Bitch, I'm a Hawkeye. And Cube, show him your shirt.
Go ahead and show him mine. Mine says, fuck around and find out. What does the back say?
Same thing.
Same thing. Bitch, I'm a Hawkeye.
So, shout out to that guy. You know, he's just making a business, selling those shirts for $25, and they're pretty solid shirts. I enjoy them. But, yeah, shout out to that. That's a well-run ball club they got going with those T-shirt selling business thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal that he was there and showed up when he did, and luckily we had enough, or no, we didn't have enough cash because you had to Venmo him. Yeah, and boy, that was a pain with no reception.
Brutal reception in that parking lot. Whatever parking lot it was, I'm not sure what it was, but.
The other thing I would like to mention about that parking lot is that apparently it's a donors-only lot, which I've been in that parking lot I don't know how many years in a row now, and apparently it's been a donor lot this whole time. So we've been taking parking spots from donors for I don't know how many years. But yeah, I don't feel bad about it, not one bit. So from the tailgate, we went ahead and went right on over to the game there. Of course, we went strapped with our fireball shooters.
Had to.
Which we strategically shoved into our underwear. And by the time we did crack into those, they were quite warm and really not good.
Yeah, that was... I mean, you got to do what you got to do, you know. I mean, women shove them in their bras. We shove them in our undies. Nothing wrong with that. We just got a good game plan, and it worked. We executed. Snuck them into the game.
Yep, we got them in. Thankfully, we got into the game. The boys were pretty buzzed up going into the game, and we were ready to rock and roll for that game.
To
say the least. Not to mention that it was 97 degrees outside when we went there, and we got pretty sunburned.
Yeah, I was beat red in about third quarter.
I think my neck's peeling right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. His neck is peeling. My nose is peeling a little bit, but it was a scorcher of the game. A scorcher.
The other problem I have with it being 97 degrees outside is the line to buy something to drink was horrifically long. I think I tried or walked out three times maybe before I actually got up close to where I could get something.
Yeah. Yeah, that was That was rough. He went up there and he's like, the line's just too long. I can't do it. And then by the time, beginning of fourth quarter, they're just done selling any sort of
Yeah.
concession.
I did get one and then proceeded to go back out a little bit later and then we're done selling alcohol. Like, nice. Thanks. All right. Enough screwing around.
Here we go.
Let's get into the game.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how excited the two of us were when Caleb almost housed the opening kickoff.
When that happened, I saw him hit the sideline. I go, "Oh my God, he's gonna go! He's gonna go!" And I'm screaming and jumping, and then he got brought down. Kennick is already on their feet. There's just fireball shooters being thrown everywhere.
We didn't throw any.
Yeah. But yeah, it was an absolute mosh pit in that student section.
What was even nuttier was when second play of the game, they threw the bomb and Seth Anderson caught a touchdown. By the way, first catch as a Hawkeye is a touchdown. How about Seth Anderson?
No
Good
kidding.
for him.
I did not see that coming, especially a bomb. I think it's our first touchdown pass.
I got it right here. First opening drive passing touchdown since 1991.
You realize that's sad. That's pretty sad. I wonder how many times on an opening drive we actually scored.
I'd be interested to see that stat as well, although I did not look it up.
But
it was all I would like to mention as well. We had 2 passing touchdowns in the first quarter. The year prior, it took 5 games to get 2 passing touchdowns. Do you realize that?
That's brutal. That's actually awful. How did we enjoy college football season last year?
Because we love the Hawkeyes, Dev. That's why.
True. That's true. We're Hawk fans. We ride or die with, even if it's with Sev Ball, Spencer Petras. Saw him at Roxy's one time. We ride with you, Sev. But
we did ride with Spencer at Roxy's one time. Saw
Yeah.
him there. He might have begged league to be a little, but that's okay. Let's still rock with you, Sev.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. I think we got big things coming. Natty champ. So here we go.
Yeah, first quarter was really exciting. It looked like they put the foot to the floor, so to speak, and I mean they ran the ball, they threw the ball, played good D.
Typical Hawks.
Typical Hawks, yeah. And then it felt like we might have taken the foot off the gas just a little bit, and in that respect, we got a little bit sloppy, which I don't know. You can't. It felt like Hawkeye football. The second half, just you got the lead, just win the game.
Yeah, true. But when I tell you on that second play when we threw that bomb, I don't know how I didn't pass out.
I'm in the same boat.
Things were getting fuzzy. My vision was going blurry. I was dehydrated. I'm very lucky I didn't pass out and hit my head on the bleacher. Because that would have been bad news bears for me.
Yeah. Speaking of which, you want to go ahead and mention what you might have seen in the tunnel when you went out there? You remember?
The tunnel.
When you went back?
Yeah. Okay. So, week 1, obviously everybody's ready to rock and roll. I mean, I was. Coob was here. But when I say people are taking it to the next level, I saw 3 minutes into the game, people getting IVs, just blacked out on golf carts, getting ready to take to the hospital. So shout out to those people for getting after it on Saturday, because props to you. That's great work out of you, but take it off the gas pedal a little bit next time.
Let's.
I mean, it's 11 o'clock. There's no reason why you need to be taken to the hospital.
It's an 11 a.m. game. It's an 11 a.m. game. There's no reason that we need to be going to the hospital at 11 o'clock in the morning.
No kidding. Appreciate the effort, but let's.
Yeah, I respect the game. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, let's be careful. I saw some people were a little upset with the line play on both sides of the ball, but obviously defensive line is missing Noah Shannon right now, and he's a big piece.
Yeah.
Very experienced player. But and then also people kind of saying that Phil had a slow game defensively, but I mean at the end of the day, the other team found the end zone only one time, and it was in garbage time.
Yeah.
At the end of the game. So I'm not sure. I'm
I
not sure
mean,
what else you expect.
I'll take 14 points. That's really nothing. But yeah, those garbage points, that's fine. But I think we'll be okay. I think our defense will be fine. That's the last thing I'm worried about right now. But I thought we did okay. I obviously think we should have, played a lot better overall. I feel like we slowed down a little bit. But, a win's a win. I'll take it. We're 1-0, unlike some people. So, Cornhuskers.
Well said. Well said. They were also saying that Cade's obviously not 100% healthy, which he also, I believe he said that he wasn't quite yet. But even then, he was 17. Final stat line, 17 for 30, 191 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I don't think that's bad at all.
No.
Didn't turn the ball over. You made the easy throws. You made the open throws. Also, thought I saw some good things out of receivers. Also thought there were some shaky things, but
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we'll go ahead and get into our Week 1 top performers, and one of them on the offensive side of the ball would be the leading receiver, the man in my number 2 spot, Luke Lachey.
Yeah.
7 catches for 73 yards. Not bad if you ask me for a tight end.
Can't go wrong with that. Luke Lachey just going to work out there on Saturday. Can't complain about it one bit. Hopefully he can propel himself into the next Iowa great tight end.
Yeah.
That'll be nice.
Another huge Week 1 performer. Huge. Our boy Jay Higgins.
Jay Higgins. When you talk about an absolute dog, he had 16 tackles, folks. 16 tackles.
12 solos, I might.
Like, that is ridiculous. So, shout out to Jay Higgins.
Shout out to Jay Higgins. That's our guy.
He went to work Saturday, and he played a big part in that win. So, Jay Higgins, top performer of the game.
And then our last top performer is obviously Mr. Punting is winning, Tory Taylor. 7 punts, 329 yards, 47-yard average, including 3 inside the 20. A classic Tory game, if you ask me.
You want to talk about a guy just taking the campus by storm. Every time that guy took the field, you got a reaction out of the whole stadium.
People were chanting his name every time he went on the field.
It was crazy. I don't know a punter that's going to go out there and everyone chant his name for punting.
Yeah, I don't either.
It's wild.
It's great. That's our guy, Tory Taylor.
Tory
My
Taylor.
number one. My number one most excited player. Jesus. My number one player I was most excited about.
Yeah. But so shout out to Tory Taylor.
With that being said, that's about it for our game recap. If we're being totally 100% blunt, the two of us were not that engaged in the game. We were having a tough time paying attention. But I tell you what.
We had a reason. And we just were chatting it up.
We were having a hard time.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go ahead and use that as our segue to get on over to the team that's got Iowa City buzzing right now. The Iowa women's gymnastics team. Let's go ahead and clap it up real quick.
Shout out to the gymnastics team. They got a well-run ball club over there. So make sure to catch them at Extreme Arena this year. But, yeah, shout out to that gymnastics team.
And I'll go ahead and give you a little preview of what's going on with the gymnastics team. I tell you what, you got some old pups on the team ready to rock and roll. You got Miss Adeline Kenlin, the Iowa City product. Thanks, Addie, for letting me wear your glasses, by the way. Mm-hmm. She's running the backbone of the ball club along with the Florida native, Miss Kendall LaPlante. I don't know if I said that right. Sorry if I butchered that, Kendall. And even along with that, we're looking out for some young stars. Miss Avery Chambers, the young lady out of Illinois, as well as some newcomers. Elise Karenbauer out of Mercer Penn. And then we've got Olivia Dilnicki coming from the concrete jungle state, New York.
Concrete jungle steak. But
Yeah.
that's just
It's a concrete jungle where dreams are made of, Dev.
whatever. So, but yeah, that was shout out to that gymnastics team. You know, we were chatting it up with them. Seemed like great people, but hopefully they can perform well this year. It would be nice to.
Yeah. A lot to be excited about. Go ahead and stay tuned because when the full schedule comes out,
We'll let you know,
and it's coming with predictions,
and we'll be there.
and we're gonna be there for damn sure,
That's
cheering on our girls,
at
and we're gonna
Extreme, at Extreme Arena.
we're gonna learn our way around a gymnastics floor. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
I want to mention one more person. I'm not gonna mention you by name. You're supposed to be my eye in the sky, but you look like you wanted to just hit me the whole game. You know who you were. Maybe I deserved it. There's a good chance I did, but next time we're back,
You catch us row 21 in the student section.
row 21 in the student section, and maybe I'll apologize.
No need.
Nope.
All right, next segment.
Post game, after we left, we went ahead and headed on. Jesus. Dude, I'm having a hell of a time right now. I'm tired. I am tired. But we went ahead and headed on over to Cactus, a nice little Mexican joint.
Yeah, shout out to Cactus. I got a nice little quesadilla. It's quesadilla, melted cheese, great cooked chicken, nice and crispy, but not soggy. So, very well done on that quesadilla. Whoever made that for me.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I got the 3 enchiladas with some rice.
Yeah.
When I tell you that those 3 enchiladas sat like a rock. Like a rock. Not only that, but I also ordered a pink lemonade.
Yeah.
Which I caught some shit for. Rightfully so. But let me tell you something. Cactus got the best pink lemonade money can buy. As far as I'm concerned. It was really good.
Yeah. Pink lemonade solid.
Yeah, solid. Not gonna say that. I don't think I should say that.
Yeah, no.
That's okay. From then on, we went back to old Benny's apartment. Ben, thanks for letting us stay with you, bud.
Yeah, that's big time. Yeah, thanks for taking care of us.
I told you I was going to leak your address, but I'm not going to do that, I promise.
No. Be a little messed up, but yeah. Great apartment. Great setup. Be there again soon. So, 1,000 likes on this video, and we'll get you a game live experience in Ben's apartment in Iowa City. So, stay tuned for that.
I don't know how we're going to execute on that. We don't have a camera nor a mobile microphone that we can take with us, but it's a good thought.
It is a good thought. We'll get there one day.
Yeah, I guess. And then we proceeded to, I think every single one of us fell asleep. Because I remember falling asleep, waking up, and it was dark out.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, oh, shit. We missed it. We didn't even go hang out. I was like, oh, no. And then I saw Fritz next to me, and I thought, oh, we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fritz.
But, yeah, nice nap. Much needed nap. Boy, were we just out. I think you sat there for like 5 minutes and then passed out.
Yeah, I was pretty tired. Then we went ahead, woke up, got up and moving. We got Minter up and moving around. And then we went ahead and capitalized on this poster right here. Shout out to Bridget. Thanks for having us.
Shout out to Bridget. Yeah, great host. So if you see her, give her thanks if you know who Bridget is.
Give her thanks.
Shout out to Bridget.
Bridget, hopefully you're watching. We'll be back. The one thing I do want to say, it was a bring your own booze party, of course.
It has to be.
But there was jungle juice provided, which,
Great.
I'm not going to be rude and not try it. And there was a root beer flavor, which is what I had.
I had the root beer
and we might as well have been drinking pure rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, that was.
Oof. And I think I'm going to attribute that to why I fell down a flight of stairs. There's a nice big scrape on my knee right now. You can see this Band-Aid right here. Thank God it was carpet. Otherwise, that would have really hurt.
When we took that tumble, we were banged up after. That is for sure. That was a mighty tumble. I'd say there's probably good 20 stairs that we fell down.
Yeah, it was one of those where my body was going faster than my legs, and I went forward. Nothing more you can say.
No.
Sorry. We'll rest up. We'll heal up. And we'll be back ready to rock and roll.
That's for sure.
I would like. I would like to go ahead and. Whoops! Hold on, real quick. Is it tight? What do you think?
Well, I mean, little recap on the night.
Specifically, how it ended.
Yeah, it was it's rough. Let me tell you, I was banged up a little bit, but
who wasn't?
I mean, it's week 1. Need to get after it, but I mean, I wasn't on my back on that golf cart like some people getting IVs, but we made it through. We're alive. We survived Iowa City, and that's all that matters. We'll be back soon, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. The last thing I want to mention about the bar scene and going out in Iowa City. So you know how you go up to the bars, you buy your drink, and most of the time you pay for it. They hand you the little electronic thing. You put your card in. Mm-hmm. And it says, do you want to leave a tip? Which,
As usual, as you should.
Of course, I'm going to leave a tip because these bartenders are working for tips. But the one bone I have to pick with these bars is usually it'll say, like, do you want to leave a tip? And then it'll say 10%, 15%, 20, maybe 25. Also a no tip button, which, I mean, I probably should have used in this situation. But let me tell you something. These electronic readers in Iowa City on Saturday night, I would go to pay. It would say, do you want to leave a tip? Of course I do. But it started out at 25%. It went 20, 25, or no, it went 25, 30, 35. And I thought, what the hell are we doing?
Yeah, that can't happen.
Why?
I mean, stuff's already expensive. Don't make it more expensive by leaving a $30 or 30% tip.
It turned my $15 tab into $20, and I'm just not for that. Not at all. And
that's where the custom tip button is present. You go ahead and click that sucker and put whatever numbers you want down on that little.
Yeah, but if you do that, then people look at you like you're an asshole.
Not really, because I'm not giving a 25% tip on something that takes 2 seconds.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Not ridiculous. And if you have anything to say about it, you come on the Hawk Talk, like I say. Give me something to where I can argue. So, not my problem. Actually, it is my problem. So, fix it.
Fix it. So yeah, that's about how our night went. We can't really say a lot of the other stuff that might have happened or went down, but it was a doozy.
It happens.
And we got a little bit more football to get into if you guys are ready. Going through, we're going to try and focus more on some Big Ten games here. Would you like to talk about the Toilet Bowl first? The Huskers versus the Gophers. Go ahead, take it away.
That was a rough game to watch, to say the least. Those Huskers, I will give them credit. Their defense looked pretty dang solid. Minnesota really couldn't do anything with the ball in the first 3 quarters. So I think their defense played well. But who didn't play well, I thought, was Mr. QB1, Jeff Sims. He struggled throwing the ball. I think they need to run a option type offense and let him run it 60% of the time. Every time he got out of the pocket and ran, they got 16 yards.
I mean, the guy's a great athlete.
But yeah, I thought Matt Rule's play calling was a little shaky. I don't know. There was one player in particular. I can't remember, but yeah, Gophers with a game-winning field goal to get them to 1-0 on the year.
In the worst game of the year. One other thing I want to mention about this game. So it's the end of the first half. Nebraska's on maybe the 3-yard line or so. I don't remember specifically, but they hand the ball off. Guys stop short at the 1. They look at the replays, reaching out for it. I mean, it's close. You can't really tell in the angle whether or not he was down or not. And people are pissed off online about not getting in. But then they proceeded to false start on a quarterback sneak.
How do you do that?
A quarterback sneak. And then on the very next play, threw a pick in the end zone when they had a young man standing wide open. So it was just kind of like, I mean, you can complain about the review and all that, but when you're on the 1-yard line, when you're on the 1-yard line and you false start and then throw a pick, then it's kind of on you. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
I lost my place here. Oh, where was I?
Yeah, that Nebraska game, Jeff Sims with 3 picks as the Gophers defeat the Cornfuckers 13-10.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Then we're not gonna mention Big Ten teams that won fairly easily against
Poopers.
Yeah, exactly. Ohio State plays Indiana in their opener, 23-3. I didn't get to see much of the game, but
I hear their quarterbacks, Ohio State, I forget their names, but they're still battling for a quarterback spot. So I think both of them will be getting reps next week as they face Youngstown State. Who in the world is Youngstown State? What? Yeah. Well, they beat the Salukis. Shout
out Worm also, but actually I will not shout out the 0-1 Salukis if they lost to Youngstown State.
No, that was last year.
Oh shit. No, sorry, Worm. I take it back. And then last but not least, we got good old Purdue losing to Fresno State.
Yeah.
39-35.
That's a heartbreaker for the Boilermakers. But I'm pretty sure they were on the road, weren't they? The Purdue was.
I don't know. Does it matter?
Yeah, no kidding. Win against Fresno State. Yeah, it was at home. They lost to them at home. Wow. Well, chalk that up as a win for the Hawks. Best believe that.
I beg to differ. The Hawks are playing Purdue in Kinnick Stadium, and that's the most dangerous game on the schedule, and I'm standing by it. All right, let's go ahead and talk about our Week 2 matchups, huh?
Here we go.
First and foremost, we'll go ahead and talk about the Huskers versus Colorado. In Colorado? In Colorado, I believe?
Yeah, it's at Colorado. When I tell you that is... They are going to get housed, I think. Housed.
Yeah. I don't know.
I
think in Colorado is very dangerous for the Huskers. And I think can you go ahead and check the line on that game real quick?
3.
Colorado?
-3 Colorado.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Bro, no way.
Get your Chick-fil-A ads off of there.
Well, Can't go wrong with Chick. Shout out to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Right.
Lions, Colorado.
Oh, okay, Colorado -3.
Wow.
I mean,
think I'm hammering the over. So if you get your line, you're looking for something to bet on, throw a parlay. Buffaloes, hammer the over, and have Shittier Sanders throw in 5 touchdowns.
it sounded like you just said shittier Sanders.
Shittier Sanders. Shittier? Isn't it shittier?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not what you said, though.
Is it not?
It didn't sound
We
like
had a
it.
long day, all right.
It has been a long day.
But shout out to those Buffaloes. They beat TCU last week. And, yeah, Mr. Sanders 2.0 threw for 510 yards with 4 tutties. And just wow.
It's pretty nuts. But
Wow.
what was more nuts than that was Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Shout out to Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter, if you want to come on Hawk
Baller.
Talk, Travis Hunter, we'd love to have you.
Yeah. You're more welcome to come on here. We'll talk about Colorado Buffalo football.
We can talk about Buffalo football. I wouldn't mind that.
No, but what's your score prediction on that game? It's a hard one.
I don't know where to start. I think I'm going to go with, I think it's going to be a lot of scoring.
Yeah. I think Buffaloes win 45-17. 17. I think their defense holds up. I think Travis Hunter, 2 interceptions. Heard it here first, 2 interceptions. And a touchdown, maybe.
You
Plays
heard
both
it.
ways.
That's a drubbing.
Let him fucking know.
You know what? I'll ride with you,
Let him
though.
fucking know.
I'll ride with you. What'd you say? 45-17?
45-17.
That's a lot of points. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. And then obviously this week we got Texas versus Bama.
Tune into that one. I think that one's going to be really, really good. I think so.
Is it? You know what this
Big
is
game
giving?
last year.
You know what this is starting to give me the feel of? Florida State versus LSU.
I don't know. LSU looked pretty dog ass, if you ask me. They did not look good. They are the most overrated team.
I'm
Speaking
trying to
of
say. I'm
overrated-
trying to say, Bama is gonna Florida State.
Yeah, true.
Texas is gonna LSU.
It is in. It's at Bama, so yeah, probably. But
Speaking of which, I would like to throw this out here because it chaps my fucking lips. I am tired of seeing teams like LSU in the top 5 start the season every damn year and proceed to be the most average teams ever and look like dog shit.
like
I am tired of it.
A&M last year.
I'm so tired of it.
Dude, it's bad.
I'm so tired.
You know who else looked like trash? Clemson. They looked horrible.
Yeah, Clemson did not look good.
Speaking of Clemson,
we got more.
all right.
Go ahead.
But yeah, Clemson, dude, how I need the ESPN analysts on the top 25 on this show because the most bullshit thing I have ever seen. How does Clemson get absolutely dog wiped by Duke and still end up in the top 25 as Iowa, who's 1-0, get knocked out of the 25? That's a little ridiculous.
Here's my thought on this. I'm assuming Hawks dropped because they only won 24-14 to Utah State.
What's wrong with that?
But my thoughts on the game is at no point did it look like Utah State was ever going to win.
No, zero chance. It's the closest the game would have went. No way Utah State would have won that game. And Clemson, they looked horrible. Caleb Klubnik looked horrible.
Pretty sure it's Cade Klubnik.
Is it Cade?
Also,
I don't know
what's
his
up
name.
with you absolutely going after players right now?
No, it is Cade. Whoops. But
You're out for blood
I am out
on
for
some
blood.
of these
I am
opposing
out for
quarterbacks.
blood. I got a lot to say this year, and
Well, now you got a platform, and that makes a young man like you
Exactly.
dangerous.
So
Makes you dangerous.
say what I want. But yeah, Clemson looked horrible. But go ahead. No, I'm done. I'm done raining.
The last thing I want to mention about Clemson is Dabo.
That video.
Yeah.
Should pull up the video.
You can try, but I don't know how to. I mean, the gist of it is.
On my phone. Do you think it'll work?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Do it. So, Dabo in a post-game interview, I believe it was a post-game interview, asked about the struggles on offense or something along those lines. And he said, yeah, it was really bad. You know it's bad when you're compared to an offense run by Brian Ferentz.
Yeah.
He said this in an interview. And we're about to play it. About to play it live. Go ahead.
It was bad. Oh, man, it was bad. Unacceptable. When your offense is getting compared to a Brian Ferentz offense, you know you have problems and a lot of work to do. Oh, man.
When your offense is getting compared to a Brian Ferentz offense, you know you have issues. How about know your role and shut your mouth, you jabroni?
But
shut your face, Dabo.
No shit. We're 1-0. He's 0-1. So, shut your fucking mouth. And little bitch boy Dabo.
Yeah, not happy with Dabo right now. We're just not. You want to go ahead and get into our week 2 preview? What do you think?
I like it. Here we go.
Week 2, ladies and gentlemen, it's Iowa State Hate Week. They will be squaring off on 2:30 p.m. on Fox come Saturday. The Hawks opened as the 3.5-point favorite. They're also a 176 moneyline favorite. But I have just heard as of recent that has changed.
I think it's, Iowa -4. Taking the Hawks. I think they win by 10.
You think that? Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
I just burped into the mic. I don't know if that was heard or not. Over-under was originally at 36.5.
It still is 36.5.
That's a lot of points.
That is a lot of points.
That's a lot of points for these teams.
Yeah. Iowa who has had struggles recently, scored the rock, but their defense being one of the best in the country, I don't see anyone or both these teams getting close to 36. I don't think.
Well, between the two.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think 36.5. It's an interesting line, and I don't really know what to say. With that being said, I'll go ahead and give you my week 2 keys to victory for the Hawks. If I'm being totally honest, these are extremely cookie-cutter keys of victory. Protect the quarterback. Obviously, he's not 100% healthy, so he can't be taking hits. Also, don't get hit and just go down. Also, did you see the Kirk Ferentz quote where he said QB sneak is off the table right now?
I'm not.
You didn't see
As
that?
it should be, I think.
Wait. Let's get Deacon Hill in there.
Let's get Deacon Hill.
QB sneak specialist,
Yeah.
because that's the guy.
You want to talk about Cam Newton 2.0, like I said last time. He just, honestly, get him in shotgun or even under center. Just have him bulldoze.
Why are we messing around with the shotgun? Let's go ahead and just get him under
under
center.
center and just push him behind. He could run over some people. 260, Deacon Hill. Shout out to Deacon Hill. He got some reps on
Shout out to
Saturday.
Deacon Hill. Glad that he got in and got to get some experience with the Hawks. Okay, so anyways, protect the Q. That's my first one. Obviously, don't turn the ball over.
Of course.
If you're the Hawkeyes and you turn the ball over, that's a recipe for disaster because we can't play from behind. I said maybe find an end zone here or there. That sure wouldn't hurt anything.
Yeah.
And then on defense, just your classic bend, don't break. And then my last key to victory, Jay Higgins.
Yeah.
All right. And then my official score prediction, 21-10 Hawks.
Gotcha.
Obviously, I'm never going to pick the Hawks to lose a game, even if they're playing the number 1 team in the nation. Just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Give us your week 2 keys to victory as well as your official prediction.
Yeah, I like those keys to victory. But I'd say my keys to victory are Caleb Johnson. get him the rock as much as we can. I like him having the ball, and I love how I have him on kick return. That hyped me up. I like it too. I love Caleb Johnson. I think he's a big part of the offense. So get him the rock as much as we can. Another one is I don't know if you saw, but this Rocco Becht, I think his name, he went 10 for 13 and with 2 touchdowns, 113 yards. He didn't look bad, I don't think. Those are decent numbers. So I think we need to get him under pressure.
Get after the cue.
Get after the cue. We need Joe Evans, Logan Lee, Yaya Black. Shout out to Yaya Black.
Shout out to Yaya Black.
But I think we need to get him under pressure, make him make plays in order for us for him to beat us. But that's another one. And I think we just got to make plays on special teams. I always there's always a time, I don't know, it was 1 year ago where they just absolutely botched that punt return where they're
I think that was 2019.
Was it 2019? Iowa State fans probably remember, but
oh no, I don't think it was.
But
I don't remember.
I think special teams is going to be a big one. I think we need to make plays there and not give up any big plays because that would not be good. We don't need any punt returns to the Casa. But yeah, and then my score predictions are, I'd say I want 27-13 Hawks. I think we put up some good numbers.
You think we're scoring more against Iowa State than Utah State? Interesting.
But
it's a bold prediction. Let's see how it pays out.
But yeah, I think the Hawks will get it done. I think some things will come together. I think we'll play a lot better on offense. I think we'll make some late time plays, and that'll be big time for the Hawks.
I think you brought up a lot of good points. Mm-hmm. Don't mind your prediction at all. I'd love it if that happened. And then can I mention this in Iowa State Hate Week? Of course, it's the 1 week a year I hate Iowa State, which, of course, I don't hate Iowa State every other week. You want to know why? I've had people ask me this, if I want Iowa State to lose. No, because when Iowa State wins and the Hawkeyes wins, it makes the games more interesting, you dipshits. And the only other exception to that rule is the Huskers. I want the Huskers to lose every week. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got. But my favorite tradition of Hate Week is how both schools will write something on a bed sheet and then drape it over a railing. You ever see those?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Dude,
some of them are really funny. I saw one the other day was, make sure you pee after sex or you'll get an ISU.
That's pretty
I like that one. And the one that I saw today was Joe Biden wrote Brian Ferentz' playbook.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I always love when people do that. They always just write some bogus stuff. But
it's my favorite part.
It's
my favorite part.
Absolutely awesome. I love it. Keep it up. It's great work. Some Iowa State ones are even pretty funny as well.
That was an Iowa State one.
I know, but
and they are funny. They are funny.
Yeah, I think those are funny. Keep it up, guys. Good work.
Yeah, good work. I think we'll go ahead and get into our last segment of the day here.
Hey, hold on, one more thing.
Go ahead.
Shout out to President Trump. He'll be there
I almost forgot that.
Saturday's game. So if you see him,
hopefully he's cheering for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's for sure. But shout out to Donald Trump
For coming.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's cool.
Put Iowa on the map a little bit.
By the way, it doesn't matter who it is when a former president shows up to a Cyhawk game. It's cool.
It's very cool.
He's really cool.
Yeah. All right, last segment.
All right, last segment. Don't look. I don't want you to. We're gonna play a little game here called well dressed versus bad dressed. The object of this game is I'm going to name a player, and this young man to my right is going to tell me whether or not they dress well when they go out and maybe have a good time, or if they is this person showing up in a nice shirt, maybe some khakis, maybe khaki pants, nice watch,
Okay.
maybe I don't know. Are they dressed nice or are they dressed bad? Like, are they looking trashy walking around in basic black shorts and a make 4 inches big again t-shirt? Now,
Yeah.
and then you can go ahead and elaborate as much or as little as you want to on these predictions. I have a feeling you're going to be pretty conservative with your answers, but I'm excited to see where this goes. First one, Cooper DeJean. Is he well-dressed or is he bad-dressed?
I think he's right in the middle. I think he's on the good side, but he's like right in the middle. I think when he's chilling I think he goes to class in pajamas. I really think he does. I feel like he's one of those guys. Yeah, I think he goes. Yeah.
I think that's. I don't think.
That's a bad thing, but
I think.
segment.
I think that's a good answer. I think when Cooper DeJean goes out, I bet he's wearing a t-shirt and sweatpants.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see him wearing that. I think he might have khakis on, but like, you don't think so?
He's just from small town Iowa.
That's true. That's true.
I bet he's wearing sweatpants. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. Caleb Johnson, is he well-dressed or bad-dressed?
I think he is a well-dressed guy. I think he could. I think he has a nice button down. No, I think he rocks a suit and tie a lot. Yeah. I think he could be one of those guys.
Caleb Johnson is a suit and tie guy. You heard it.
Yeah.
Caleb Johnson's a suit and tie guy.
He's wearing all the drip. He's got all the drip. He's got the necklace. He's got the watch. I think he looks good most of the time.
All right. That's fair. Xavier Nwangpa, is he well-dressed or bad-dressed?
Well, I think he's well-dressed. I think he's a guy he's a ladies' man, so tip the cap to him. But I think he's always trying to look nice for the ladies.
Okay. I expected you to go that. I'm interested to see where you go with this. Tory Taylor, is he well-dressed or bad-dressed?
That's a hard one. It's kind of like a Cooper DeJean one, where I think he meets the requirements, but like it's nothing special. I think he's like middle, but like 1 out of 10 from least dressed to best dressed. I think he's about like a 6.
Okay. So, okay. I don't like that answer.
What do you think?
I don't know if these Australians know how to dress in the United States. I don't.
Let's look up some pictures of him.
And Tory Taylor's my guy.
He's everybody's guy.
He is everybody's guy.
Let's try. Well, here's him in an absolute smoke show.
Good for him.
Girlfriend, yeah. But he's wearing a nice, simple T-shirt. Hair not looking the best, but happens.
All right. Would you care to expand on your answer, or are you good with what you got?
I'm good with what I got. I'm fine with
He's
it.
good with what he's got. All right. Next up, is Cade McNamara well-dressed or bad-dressed?
I think he's decent dressed. I feel like on my scale, he's like 7. I think he's not going to go out and be special, but I think if you want him to dress nice, he can.
Okay. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Also, can I say it's nice to see a Hawkeye quarterback with a shooter sleeve?
No kidding. He looked tough. He came with that shooter sleeve. He had the little armband. That's drip. When's the last time you seen an Iowa quarterback come out with drip?
Never.
exactly.
Anyways, I was all for it. Next player, Sebastian Castro. Is he well dressed or bad dressed?
I feel like he could be one of the guys that like throw some stuff together and call it good. You know what I mean?
You think?
Yeah.
I'm kind of that way.
Yeah. I feel like he would just, this is good, and then go out or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair answer. All right, now we get into the interesting part of the lineup. Jay Higgins. Is Jay Higgins a well-dressed person or bad-dressed? You think he's got style?
Maybe. Because you got to base this on like how they look on the field as well. Because they look good on the field, they probably dress well in public. But I feel like Jay Higgins, little on the downside, but it's good. Like, it's all right, I think. I think he just gets the job done.
So Jay Higgins gets the job done, and he just dresses all right.
Yeah.
Okay, next player, Rusty Van Wetsinga, the young fullback.
No shot. No shot. No way. No. Probably not. Rusty.
You don't think our guy Rusty dresses well?
I don't think so.
You care to elaborate on that?
I think he's the kind of guy that does not care at all. I think he just shows up. They're like, dude, what are you wearing? He goes, I don't care. You know what I mean?
I like that answer. Okay. Next player, Deontay Craig. Do you think he is well dressed or bad dressed?
Yeah, I think he's pretty well dressed. I feel like he's like sneaky stylish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't mind that. I think it's a good answer. Logan Jones. Is Logan, if you're watching, hopefully you like this answer. Is Logan Jones a well-dressed or bad-dressed individual?
I feel like he's the guy that I feel like he'd be like a 6 or 7. I feel like he's not going to go out and be the stylish kind of guy. I think we both know that.
Well, I can tell you right now what he's wearing when he goes out.
What is it?
Same thing that DeJean's wearing. T-shirt and sweatpants.
Probably.
Unless you've upped your game a little bit, which, if so, I'll tip the cap. Next player. Logan Lee. You think he's a good dressing person or a bad dressing person?
I feel like he's a little on the downside. Probably 4. I'd say 4.
A 4?
4.
All right.
4 out of 10.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I feel like it's all right.
It's below average.
Yeah, but it happens.
All right, last player we're going to end it with Mr. Yaya Black. Is he well-dressed or bad-dressed, Dev?
10 out of 10. Yaya Black. With your name being Yaya, I mean, you got to look nice. I think he just dresses like there's no tomorrow. I think he dresses nice all the time.
Okay.
Shout out to Yaya Black.
Shout out to Yaya. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to touch on while we're here? How long have we been going?
Not too bad.
58 minutes?
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good time. What do you think?
Not bad. So comment down below what you guys think about those best dressed players. We're probably going to have a segment, probably every episode from here on out. Let us know what you guys would like to see in the next episodes, and we'll touch base on them.
What segments you want to see, go ahead and leave them down below. We will be listening. Obviously, we don't have a very big following, so we will see it. Go ahead, leave it below.
Yeah.
Whatever you want us to chat about.
Yeah.
We're open to anything. Yeah.
I think it wraps it up here today, guys.
Yeah, I think so. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming together for episode 2 of Hawk Talk.
Yep.
We're looking to keep this train going.
Mm-hmm.
We're hoping to grow this thing. Hopefully you gymnastics ladies made it all the way to the end if you did.
Shout out to those gymnastics ladies.
We're coming to all
Props.
the meets.
But yeah, thank you guys for the support. We really didn't think it was gonna get this many views.
No.
That is for
and
sure.
all I can say is it can only go downhill from here.
Yeah, yep. But thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, everybody. Go Hawks. Heading into rivalry
Woo!
week. We're ready to rock and roll, and let's do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to, or a dislike if you didn't like it. Don't actually do that, though. But we're going to go ahead and get out of here, ladies and gents. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.